Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isle Zoo, here on the ZAWA Together server, and boy is this cool to be here. Is this fun to be here, because guess what? Let's look around a little bit. Guess what? We updated the pack, people. We are now in the latest version of ZAWA Evolved. How about that? Okay, we also updated some of the other mods that were in the pack too, like little critters and the travelers backpacks, all that fun stuff. We've updated it all. So we are doing pretty good. I think that this is working out nicely, but this also does mean that there's new animals in the pack too. I think they added like elephants and stuff, so there's things to see, there's things to go do and catch and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't have any time to do that right now because I have to build something. In today's episode, I've been working on this too a little bit in between episodes. On the other side, I left this face open because that might actually go into like another hunk of land. So I kind of left that one open right there. But on this side, I finished this face. Let's actually get airborne here. Whee, up in the sky we go. I still have to do all of the foliage over here on the rest of the zoo. But I did get this part kind of done over here. I kind of need to put a little bit more vines and stuff kind of dangling down off the cliff edge there. But I got a tree up here. I also put a couple of ruined things up here too, just kind of signify that there was something here. Because after all, this is where the bathrooms are. So remember, last week we built land here. The bathrooms right here. I did go ahead and throw some torches in here because I was kind of having a problem with like this being a mob farm. So I'll have to figure out better lighting there. Probably. That's another future GReimer issue, so screw that guy. Alright, now in today's episode though, we're going to be working over here. Now there is a problem though. We updated the pack and things have begun spawning a lot more because of that, which is cool and all, but the issue is that I want to kind of get over here because we're supposed to, according to the map, here's the map. See the map? In this area over here, we're supposed to be building a capybara exhibit, alright? Now, I have at least one of these things, I think, but the issue is that since things started respawning, this place is absolutely infested with spiders. There are tarantulas everywhere on this island again. And, I mean, if anyone needs one, I mean, I got a bunch. But I need to relocate these things or capture them or make them disappear in air quotes or something like that, just so that they can not be here, because I need to be working in this area today. So, let's see, I think I actually have some nets that I can do, right? Yeah, I can actually move these ones. Hold on. I don't have to kill them. I do, however, need to take off my backpack because I have strength of this on, and just catching these things will absolutely murder them. Oh, okay, strength has been taken care of. Now, where did that one go? This is never good when you can't find the giant spider. Oh, it's right there. Got it. Got it. Got it. There we go. Alright, the tarantulas have got a new home. I didn't even have to kill them. How about that? So if anyone needs a tarantula for getting like venom or something like that, you got it. It's right there. Just go give it a good home. Now, while we're here in the shopping district, though, I should probably take a peek and see if I made any profits whatsoever at Turkey Balls, my shop here in the shopping district. Turkey Balls, the big turkey that's being crushed by a slime. It sells slime balls and turkey eggs. Let's see, any turkey eggs? Oh, we did actually sell a stack of turkey eggs. How about them apples? Oh, and hey, we even sold some slime balls. How about that? We got 2 whole emeralds. Money, or diamonds, money. All right, sweet. Generating a profit, slowly but surely, but we're generating a profit. Alright, back over here where we caught those tarantulas, and there is an upside down giraffe over there. I'm sure that's normal, naturally spawned for sure. Definitely wasn't anything nefarious going on. Nobody came over here and happened to have named a dinner bone by any chance. Nah, that didn't happen. Alright, there's another spider right there. Wow, they're everywhere. Hopefully you guys don't have arachnophobia, because these things are crawling everywhere. Okay, we're going to just kind of ignore the rest of them, though, and move on here. So, in this area, we got to build a capybara exhibit, according to the map. And then farther on down, or farther on up this peninsula here to the north is where the penguin exhibit is going to be. And I think that's going to be probably both the penguin, the emperor penguin, and the banded penguin that we have. So they'll fit in here somewhere along the lines, or somewhere around here. But for right now, we got to squeeze in right at the end of this bay here. We got to squeeze in a capybara exhibit. Now, I am going to be totally honest with you guys. I do not know a thing about capybaras. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but I figure what we can do is we can mark out this area. Now, because there is just a path leading up here to where the penguins are going to be, we can probably take up a big portion of like this flat area right here. Actually, we don't really even need to do a lot of terraforming here, But I don't want to spend forever digging up everything, so I'm thinking I might just put the land down right on top of all the black sand here, and then we'll build up the walls around it. Yeah, but it all comes down to me marking this area out. I have to keep in mind that I have to have a path that cuts down this way, and it goes along the side of the volcano here, which the volcano is going to desperately need some work because I cannot keep it the way it is right now, so that's another future GReimer problem. That guy's got a lot of problems. But alright, let me get to marking out this path here and see what we can come up with. Or marking out this exhibit here and see what we can come up with. Something along the lines of that. I mean, it's big, it's an oval. I kind of want to catch, or not catch, but collect some of these, whatever these are, growing on this place. What are these things? What are these? Sprouts. I want to collect a bunch of these things because I think they might look good in some future exhibits. So I might as well do that while I'm here because I'm about to cover them all up anyway. Alright, very next thing that we're going to be doing here, aside from chopping down this little tree shrub thing here, because that needs to get out of here, is we're going to be marking out the outline of this place by actually using smooth stone, because this is going to be an elevated area. Ooh, big leg spike. Elevated area going around this thing anyway, so especially right here where it already lifts up naturally. Alright, there we go. We have the outline of the exhibit put in place. Now, I had to, you know, kind of look up a little something like the environment of these things, because they need to have, I need to put down the blocks now to make up the area around it. However, not knowing anything about capybaras, I had to look them up. Apparently, they live in South America in basically every country except Chile, and they live primarily, they're semi-aquatic actually. They live near rivers and marshes and swamps and whatever in heavily forested areas, including some kind of jungle-esque areas too, but basically anything that has woods and water. So I think that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with a heavily wooded area here with a lot of like trees and foliage, and then we're going to have like maybe a big river cutting through the middle of it. I'm thinking pretty wide. I don't think these things can drown, but we're going to keep it only one wide, or one deep, just to make sure. But before I do any of that, I have to go to sleep because it's like nighttime and creepers be creeping. I see you creeping over there. Oh, I see you creeping over there too. There's spiders everywhere. Anyway, okay, I have to go pick out a block palette here for this. And I'm thinking we're going with like a greenish, obviously, if it's going to be heavily forested and with a lot of water mixed in with that. I'm thinking we're going to do, obviously, grass, and the path blocks are going to be sprinkled in there. But we're going to sprinkle in also some podzol and some coarse dirt in there too, but we don't want to go too crazy on it. I could also see if I got any more of that mud block, those mud blocks, the biomes you go mud blocks, the ones that animals don't get stuck into. That might be a good idea to add, especially around the riverbank. Okay, first things first though, we got to get some blocks put down in there, and I'm going to start by filling the entire thing up with grass blocks, because that's what we're going to start with. It's like a blank canvas. Okay, the grass has been put in. I also raised the walls a little bit, except for over here, where I might need to get out of here. But I also kind of carved out where I want the river to be. I think this will work out just fine. Obviously, we need to change up the ground, because that's, or the ground underneath the water, because that's not going to be, you know, what, black sand. That's not going to be what we're going to be putting there. Probably a mix of coarse dirt and any other things that I've done before for doing, like, riverbeds, coarse dirt, gravel, that kind of fun jazz there. But this is the basic shape of the exhibit, and this flat area right here, I kind of want to leave open a little bit. Now, it does like they say that they like to live in heavily forested areas, but I wouldn't mind putting like a little bit of almost like a plains right there, just a mini one with some trees around it. I do intend on putting quite a few little trees in here. Probably just do some dynamic trees, I'm thinking would work out pretty good. If not, actually just regular good old-fashioned vanilla trees might work pretty good too here. I could go crazy and make a couple of, a whole bunch of custom ones, but I usually get a little crazy and out of hand with those things, so maybe I'll just do, actually, you know what, I might just do some vanilla trees and then tweak them a little bit. So, alright, that makes my life a lot easier. But first, I gotta dig up the bottom of this and replace it with, I'm gonna go with probably some coarse dirt, and some of the, I did actually find some of these mud blocks. I don't have a whole lot of them. But some mud blocks mixed in there, as well as maybe even a little bit of this mossy cobblestone. And of course, gravel. Alright, something kind of like that, actually. I did add in a little bit of cobblestone in there, too, because I got to placing some of these things and realized I was kind of short a block as far as mixing things in. So throwing in a little cobblestone, almost like river stones down at the bottom, works pretty good. Now, let's get on to the main part of the land here. So, when we're dealing with forested areas, we're going to definitely be using Podzol. I'm going to put some of these mud blocks around like the mouth of the river, or along the edge of the river just a little bit, sporadically, not very often. And of course, we're going to be dealing with some coarse dirt. I think the combination of that with the occasional bit of gravel sprinkled in there might actually look really good. And I don't think I have any more gravel with me, because that's definitely not going to be enough. But all right, I'm going to get to putting in all of the Podzol, or the coarse dirt rather. I think that's a good block to start with, because that's going to be pretty heavily sprinkled in here. Okay, we got the coarse dirt put in, and I'm thinking this is starting to look pretty good. All right, now we have to just go ahead and add the Podzol. Now the Podzol is going to be sprinkled in pretty heavily too, because this is, after all, supposed to be more of a forested kind of wetland area, actually. So I also didn't add any mud along the riverbank like I said I was going to, because I am a foolish person. So let's grab that and actually sprinkle that in too, just lightly in certain areas, like even diagonal from it. I think will look pretty good. And then we'll get to putting in the Podzol as well. Okay, the Podzol has been added. The mud along the riverbank has been added. I think this is looking pretty good. Now, we do have to sprinkle in a little bit of gravel, which I went and grabbed a little bit more. This one, obviously, is not going to be as prevalent as, like, the coarse dirt or the Podzol. So we're just going to kind of put in a couple spots of it here or there throughout this entire exhibit. And there we go. Now, I'm thinking that probably does it for all the blocks that we're going to put in here for, like, the ground. Now it all comes down to just jazzing them up. Like, we could put some path blocks in here and stuff and really finish it off. However, I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to work on the foliage. I'll go through and put the path blocks in later. I'm going to kind of switch things up a little bit. So, I want to put some trees in here, okay? I want to put some trees in here. I'm thinking good old-fashioned oak would probably look just fine. Now, I don't really know if there's areas in South America that has oak trees, but like I said, it's forested and there's going to be water here. So I'm thinking the capybaras will like it, regardless of whether whether the trees are the same as what they're used to or not. And they're going to have foliage, leaves overhead. They're going to have nice places to sit in the shade, and of course they're going to have water. I can hear footsteps around me all over the place, which means that there is. Yep, there's. There they are. There they are. There's spiders all over the place. Got a bunch of oak saplings here in my hand. Let's go ahead and plant them now. I want to have like a forest up here, and it kind of comes almost right up to the riverbank. And then over here, I want to have a forest along the backside, up on this little raised area back here if I can, and then even a little bit down back here. But I want to leave this area like right here, kind of open, almost like it's a little bit of a plains. Now that'll also serve a dual purpose. One, it'll give them a nice little spot to sunbathe, and two, it'll give people a chance to see them if they're out there, because the path is going to come right through here anyway, and this where I'm standing will be the viewing area for this exhibit. But I got to add a bunch of trees now, so let's get to that. Alright, that definitely makes this place look way more overgrown suddenly. So I learned that if you spam an oak sapling, it sometimes turns out like this. Now, I don't know if that's just in the game and that's a normal thing. As far as I know, that's not vanilla. These are some weird-looking trees. I mean, they're not weird, but they're bigger than normal Minecraft trees. This is a normal oak Minecraft tree to me, but this definitely is not. I know that they do get larger than this, but they branch out when they go higher up. But this is a different trunk and everything. But it was kind of like a pleasant surprise, though, because I sort of like how it looks in here. I like how some of them tower overhead. And as far as I can see, I don't think the capybaras are going to be climbing up and base jumping off of this trunk at all. So I don't think they're going to really take much damage. They might actually here. Like if they jump up, they might actually fall and take damage there. They can't really jump. Well, I don't know. It'll probably be fine. Actually, I know how I can fix that. Did it. I'm the best. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Maybe we'll go around these kind of trees, these big ones that grew, and we'll actually add in like a little bit of like what looks like roots or supports, as well as, let's get the wood backpack out here. Let's see, do I have oak wood? I have a little bit there. I got a little bit more right there. All right, let's go ahead and we'll knock out like the ground here, and we'll have this actually connecting down here as well. Yeah, something like that. All right, sweet. And then, yeah, we'll put like that to make it seem like it's kind of like a root. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, after adding a little bit of customization to the base of these larger trees, thinking this looks pretty good. Should add a little bit more of a unique look to this. I mean, I'm actually really surprised these trees turned out the way they did. I kind of like them. I do. Okay, so now we're done with the trees. We're already done with the trees, and there's some giraffe legs sticking up over there, but we're done with the trees. So now we have to move on to the actual foliage. So let's get some blocks put back in place here so that I can actually focus on the foliage. And then and we're going to grab a bunch of leaves out of here. Now I'm going to grab some of these brown leaves and maybe even a couple of these aspen leaves, and of course these oak leaves. And we're going to get to putting down some bushes here along the riverbed, along the backside of this area as well. These the stone represents where the wall is going to be, but it is obviously going to be raised up so that they can't get out of here. So don't worry about that if you're like, well, they can just like hop right out here. Yes, I know that, but we're going to fix the wall. It's similar to how we did the giraffe or the zebra exhibit and stuff earlier in the season. But I have to go through now and I have to sprinkle in a couple of you know what? Actually, I'm not sure I actually like the yellow. Not sure I like the yellow. I think we're just going to stick with that. Kind of makes it look a little bit dead, but the trees, the green of the trees should make it a little bit more lively, so that should be fine. Let's add in a few bushes here or there. There we go. Okay, we got some bushes added in throughout this. Now, this is already starting to look kind of like a woodland area, so hopefully the capybaras are happy with this. We can probably put these leaf blocks back now. We don't really need them anymore. I think it's time to work a little bit on the river. I'm going to have to grab some cobble slabs real fast because I kind of want to sprinkle these in kind of along the river itself, as well as maybe even, we'll grab some cobble and let's see, bat backpack. I need you desperately in my life. Let's grab the bat backpack, I said, and we'll take this out of the bat backpack because I had put that back into the bat backpack, but now we're taking it out of the bat backpack. Oh, that was hard to say. All right, let's actually put, I guess, what you'd call river rapids in here. But the river's not going to be flowing because I don't want to create like a too high area of water, even if it is like flowing water, because I really don't want to drown the capybaras. But we're going to put like little river rocks kind of along the way, you know, and maybe even put some stuff on top of them. And that will give the capybara something to stand on as well, and might make this place look a little bit more interesting. Now we can put these things in because we can absolutely waterlog blocks now, so I think that's really cool. It's one of the best features of this version of Minecraft. We are in 1.16.5 after all, so let's go ahead and abuse the heck out of that. Alright, and with those stones put in place, let's go ahead and actually put the water in now. So let's pull out the buckets here. Now they have a new backpack thing, so to put your tools in here, you gotta put it in here, you gotta switch. I don't know if I like it all that much, but it is what it is, so we'll just roll with it. Let's take a couple buckets of water out of here, and we can create an infinite source, and then fill this entire area up. And there we go. That looks really, really good. Actually, I really like the stones that we added in the middle of that. I think that's going to turn out pretty cool. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and actually add some good old-fashioned foliage. So we're going to grab the plants backpack, and we're going to start digging around in here and see what we can find. I did dig up a whole lot of these sprouts, so we're probably going to add them back in, though, because that would make sense. I'm going to put some of this prairie grass actually in this open area where there's not a lot of trees. Desert grass, not as important. Dead grass, I'm going to probably sprinkle in sparingly, not that often. We do have these leaf piles, and unfortunately you can't craft these, which I really wish you could. You could in the older versions. Cattails are coming out because they're going to be next to the water. What else can we sprinkle in here? I'm going to grab the regular grass because sometimes bone meal just isn't nice. Ferns would probably be a good idea to have as well. And then maybe we'll start by adding that as well as some berry bushes. So start by adding all these things, and then we'll switch to maybe bone mealing it up. If not adding, maybe even flowers. Flowers could make it into this exhibit for once. Oh my god, guys, you know I'm getting better. Alright, so over here where there's the open sky and it's a little bit of a clearing, we're going to actually sprinkle in just a hair of this stuff, alright? I don't really want to do much more than that, alright? So we can just kind of throw that back into the backpack, like that. Not the bat backpack, but just the plants backpack. And then these sprouts we're just going to kind of run through. We're just going to sprinkle these in here wherever we can fit them, because I think they'll look really good in here. We just didn't need them when we first were placing blocks. These things can actually go on gravel too. I just accidentally placed one back here. I think that's fascinating. They can grow in little bits of rock. Alright, that's enough with the sprouts. Be gone, sprouts. Now let's take these berry bushes, and we'll put these in a couple of spots, maybe even kind of clumped up together, almost like they are a berry patch. Just occasional spots here or there. These will eventually grow berries on them, I believe. So over time, once we let them sit, they should actually yield some little red berries on them. Okay, that's enough berry bushes. Put those things away. Let's grab the cattails here, and we'll start working on what it's supposed to be here on the edge of the river. Now, we can't actually add them on the coaster. That's unfortunate. Or mud. That's also unfortunate. So let's remove that sprout. We'll put another one there. And then maybe we'll put one back here as well. And then maybe even along the side of this prairie area. We'll dot a couple of them in here too. Like so, actually. You know what? This one I'm going to take away. And we'll move it a little bit closer to the front, like up here. Because once people are up here viewing it, I don't want that really to be in the way. It's kind of blocking the center view of the whole thing. Now, I actually have a few toadstools, not a lot. In fact, this section reminds me, there's something else I was going to add in here, but I totally forgot. And let's have them. I know it. I found these people dead logs right there. We're going to put a down log in here someplace. But first, I got to go take a nap because, you know, creepers, they be creeping. Alright, so good place for the down log. Where, oh, where can I fit this? Boy, there's not a lot of room in here. I kind of sort of forgot about this. You know what? Actually, I have an idea. I have an idea, and it even is maybe possibly a good one. Let's put it in the water, half in the water. Alright, so we'll have it like right here, and then we'll have it in the water, like so. Maybe that'll look good. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, you know what? Let's raise this up a little bit. Like that. Like that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, hopefully they don't get stuck under there. I just thought, you know what? I have a way to fix that. If I stop flying in the water. Bam, like that. That'll keep them from swimming underneath there. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, sweet. Now, we have these toadstools that we can kind of sprinkle in, like, in front of it. Can we put them on top? We can. Okay, sweet. What are these? These are biomes of plenty toadstools. Okay, so you can actually put them on top of the log. That is something I wished I could have done, like, the last 2 seasons. Now, we still have one more. I'm going to throw this in here someplace. Probably at the base of one of these trees or so, like right there. Yeah, it looks good. I want to get more of those things. Can I bone meal that? Can I just, like... I can bone meal it, but what is it trying to do? Is it trying to grow, like, super big? Because it didn't replicate it. Let me go somewhere over here where I got more room. Alright, what are you trying to do? You did grow real big. Interesting. Now, if I break this, am I going to get more toadstools? Please tell me that's yes. I mean, I could also break it with Silk Touch, but you know what? I'm going to actually whip out my my fortune pick here. I think I hear a spider crawling up on me, but we're going to grab our fortune pick here. Good old Fortunate Son. Yeah, there he is right there. And we're going to break this and see if we get more toadstools. Oh, we got 2 on that one, so we already got a positive yield. Alright, when all was said and done, we ended up with 10, which is actually pretty good. I might grow a couple more of these real quick. Okay, maybe not. That thing sucked up a ton of bone meal and didn't grow, so maybe growing these things is actually kind of... Maybe I just got really lucky on the first one. I'm going to blow the rest of these bones and try. I also broke my my end chest because I'm a big old da-da-da, but whatever. I'll get over it. Big girls don't cry. I'll get over it. Okay, I moved it onto grass, and it grew a lot better there. So maybe it has to be on grass. I'm not too sure. I don't know how this magic works, but hopefully I get at least 2 mushrooms from this and get back to my 10. Oh, there we go. All right, I already made a positive gain. Okay, yeah, being grown on grass seems to have done the trick. I end up collecting 38 of them. Much better than when I started. I only had 3 of them. I don't even remember where I found these things, okay? So I'm happy I did that because toadstools, I think, look really good. Can I please? Can you just yeet, skeet? Oh, my God. Okay, fine. We'll do this the hard way. Let's grab the right pickaxe this time so I don't, you know, break things on accident that I don't mean to. But yeah, I ended up with a lot more toadstools. I like that because I like the way toadstools look, especially when I'm doing forest biomes like this, because now I can actually add these along the base of the trees and other places. And I think this just looks really good. Hey, Maddie just joined. Let's give her a solid wave. She was on earlier, but she had to go eat dinner, so welcome back, Maddie. Okay, I'm just about done here adding these toadstools. Now, some of these, like that one right there, they're not going to be seen. Nobody's ever going to notice that that was there. So some of these other ones back here we can kind of sprinkle in and people maybe even possibly see them more. Let's take that away because we got this down log with a bunch of them right there, so I'm not going to really worry about that. I'm thinking this is probably all I'm going to do for adding the toadstools, though. Okay, now I think all I have left is just the ferns and maybe even a little hint of dead grass here or there, especially around like the water edge. Like, can I put it on the mud? I can't put it on the mud. I can put it right there though. Maybe kind of sprinkle it just on the edge along the water, you know, so that it's almost like it got too much water and it kind of died out. That might, I guess that kind of makes sense. That might actually make sense. Okay, and then the last thing to do is just add in a couple of ferns. Like the sprouts, I'm just going to run through and just going to sprinkle these in periodically throughout the exhibit. And should make it look a little bit more like a woodland area then. Okay, now before I get around to planting a bunch of flowers and stuff, I did say I was going to add path blocks in here because I think that'll help make it pop, and I'm going to do that for sure. I'm going to kind of space them out a little bit, but yeah, we're definitely going to do it. Now that doesn't look too good. I've got a wood backpack in my inventory that I can use to fix that. Now this is of course behind the tree, so nobody's ever really going to see it, but I won't be able to sleep at night if I don't fix this. There you go, fixed. And just like that, the path blocks have been added. Okay, now I'm thinking this is just about done. Hopefully capybaras actually like this kind of area. Yeah, I think I mean, according to what I read on the wiki, that's basically what they like. Now, I think the last thing to do is to grab some of this grass and some bone meal here and go through this area and kind of create some tall grass in some areas, especially in this field area up front here. Now, these the flowers. Let's grab this thing out of here because I kind of forgot about the flowers. Now, as far as woodland, let's actually quick visit that before I do the grass thing. As far as the flowers in a wooded area, I don't know, but I think possibly, well, lilacs maybe, but they're like too tall. What do these things look like? These white sage things. Are these cool or are these like not? That's it. Yeah, those are pretty cool. I might just leave that right there. I also need to take another nap. Holy cow, time flies when you're playing this. Creepers be creeping, man. Oh, man. Yeah, these white sage flowers I'm thinking actually look pretty nice. So let's go ahead and add those. Add those throughout the entire exhibit. All right, is there any other flower that I can add in here to give it a little bit more color, though? Which one? Purple sage? Sure. I have a feeling they're going to look very similar to the white sage. There's going to be purple. Yeah, they're just purple in color. But that's all right. I mean, that's fine. Maybe it's just the same type of flowers are growing in this forest, you know? And then I think maybe the occasional cornflower might look pretty good in here, too. Just kind of give it a little bluish color in here. Now, we already have the purple, but it's kind of almost looks like a pink when you look at it. It's like a lavender, really. So maybe we'll just sprinkle in a couple of cornflowers in here, too, just to give it a little blue color in here. There we go. I'm thinking that looks pretty good. I don't want to overdo it like crazy with the flowers. This isn't supposed to be a flower field after all, so we'll just probably leave it at that. I think that looks pretty good. Now, we do need to raise the grass up, but most importantly, I gotta say that Maddie looks like she's just delivered more stone to my area. She has been a powerhouse for collecting stone, because a lot of times I get pulled away to distracted to do other recordings. So big shout out to Maddie for collecting stone. She actually collected like 6 double chests full of stone for me. And that just blows my mind because that's like a huge amount of stone. Look at them. They're jumping out of the water. They're slowly kind of freaking out, but eventually getting back in the water. But yeah, big shout out to Maddie. Thank you so much for gathering all these resources to help me keep on building. So she gathers a lot of the resources for me when it comes to especially stone. That's basically been the thing I've been using. And I put all the blocks in place. All that stuff over there. Yeah, block by block. But yes, I think it is time. We got to raise the grass up a little bit in here. Kind of make this come to life. I don't really want any of those. Like those naturally grow in this area, but I'm going to probably break them. Not really interested in that. I also am not really interested in putting a ton of grass in here because I don't want it to seem like it's wildly overgrown. They do like overgrown areas according to the wiki, but I don't want it to be so wildly overgrown that you just have no clue where they are. This is already going to be a very difficult exhibit to see where they're at, especially like this tree being in the way. So you're going to have to kind of look for them. Yeah, this is not going to be an easily viewed animal. But I don't want to go too nuts with the bone meal and making like a whole bunch of tall grass, because then it's going to be next to impossible to see them. Ow, ow, God, there's a tarantula in here. Ow, God. There are bugs everywhere. That actually made me jump so bad. You are lucky I am nice, tarantula. Where did you go? I hear you. I just don't see you. Where are you? There you are. Now, you're not hurt from my pants, are you? Oh, you are. Ooh, okay, hold on. Maybe I can't catch you. Hold on. You're hurt from my pants. I have thorns on my pants, so hold on. I'll save you, tarantula. You're getting a nice home in Uncle Dave's Wildlife Refuge. Just give me a second. Freaking tarantula comes and bites me in the butt while I'm planting grass. Gah! Okay. I got myself a splash potion of instant health to kind of heal this thing up. Even though it attacked me, even though it doesn't deserve this, I'm going to help it anyway. Now I have to get back in here, and unfortunately I've kind of blocked myself off here. So let's go ahead and try to find this thing. Hopefully it doesn't bite me again, because I really don't want to get poisoned, and I really don't want to kill this thing on accident. Now where did it go? Oh, there it is. There you go, enjoy some health, and boop. Let's catch him. There we go, got him. All right, sweet. So we got the tarantula captured, even though it bit me, but whatever, we captured it. We got it out of here. That is going to be kind of an ongoing problem, because tarantulas, if they do spawn in this area, I might end up getting tarantulas spawning inside of my exhibits. That would kind of suck. But it seems to have only happened because we updated the pack recently. So I guess once that happens, I might have to go make sure I don't have any venomous spiders inside of any of my exhibits, because I don't really know if they attack other animals. Anyway, what was I doing? Okay, I was planting grass. I was doing something with grass. There we go. Let's put that in there. craziest part is I was basically done. I only had to like put down like 1 or 2 more pieces. Okay, I'm thinking, this looks a little bare. Let's put a bunch there. I'm thinking that that's basically it. I'm going to raise the stone up 1 more just to make sure, just to be safe, you know. But then I'm thinking we're basically done with this exhibit. All right, I think that is it. I think this is a finished, donezo. Oh, hold on, wait. I see one thing missing, and you guys know what it is. You're shouting at the camera or at the screen. I know it. We need little stone buttons around here, okay? Remember, they look like little pebbles. I think they make everything come to life. The final touches of any exhibit should have at least a couple of stone buttons in it. Okay, now I'm thinking this is done. What do you guys think? A decent exhibit for a capybara. Definitely looks like a wooded area, like a woodland area with water actually there, since they are semi-aquatic. I want to make sure I added water. I really hope they don't drown. I think these things are actually rather large mammals. They're kind of like giant guinea pigs. In fact, they might actually be giant guinea pigs. But now the $10 million question is, how many of these things do I actually have? I know I caught 1, all right? I know personally I caught 1 when I was out exploring. And then I want to say I saw another one at the Uncle Dave's Wildlife Refuge. I'm not too sure. Let me actually go take a quick peek and see how many of them I have. I actually have 3 of them. How about that? Sweet. They are all female. Alright, but I have 3 capybara, which means I need 3 capybara names. So, if you could please... I didn't even see this here. Poor GReimer. What is this thing? You know what you gotta do. Love Captain Craig. Captured sheep. Name tag. Oh. I bet you I know what this is. Hold on, let's actually take a peek. I bet you this is a pink sheep. Alright, so let's actually let it out right here. I can always crush back in there. Yeah, it is. Alright, it's a pink sheep. Let's put this thing right back in the cage for right now. We'll deal with this guy later. For those of you guys who don't know, whenever... must be a naturally spawned pink sheep too. For those of you guys who don't know, whenever I find a pink sheep, I always name it Boobies. Alright? After breast cancer awareness, you know? So, I name it because it's pink, you know? I don't know. It's just an ongoing joke whenever I play Minecraft. I always name my pink sheeps that I find Boobies. So I'm going to probably do the same for that. We'll find a home for that somewhere around here. Probably be in one of the future upcoming episodes. So alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap this thing up though, because I need to get to sleep. I also turned on the grid for the chunks for some reason somehow. Anyway, I got to get to sleep. I got to get, you know, some rest because I got to work tomorrow. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Remember, I need capybara names. I need 3 of them. If you could go down into the comment section and leave your best capybara names. I need 3 of them, please. Pretty please. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend, and big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on in, join the party. We're having a good old time. There is going to be a 5,000 subscribers special because we just reached 5K. Kind of blows my mind. There's 5,000 of you out there that are like tuned in, or at least vaguely paying attention to what I'm doing here. And there's actually a lot of you that are actually very much paying attention, so thank you to that. But yeah, there's a whole lot of you that have subscribed, and it's kind of, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I still remember when I only had I think I started the Zoo series when I had 56. I had 56 subscribers, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago now. And so yeah, here we are at 5,000. That's kind of crazy. That is nuts. Started Wildwood Zoo with 56 subscribers, and here we are in the Lost Isle Zoo, the 3rd zoo, and 5,000 people. That's nuts. That's beyond crazy. So thank you guys so much for doing that. We are going to be having some festivities coming up. Look for the announcement video. It's going to be coming up shortly. So, alrighty guys, I got to get out of here. Capybara names, I need them. Comment section. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. I will see you guys next week. It's the week of horror next week. There will be a zoo episode, though, so don't you worry. We just might be having a little bit of Halloween fun next week. Alright, you guys, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.